Hey, Chris from the Mighty Decibel here. Welcome back. It's the end of the month, which means it's time for us to name our fave albums here at the Mighty Decibel for the month of February across 4 categories, as we normally do. Those being extreme metal, doom, hardcore punk, and hard and heavy. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with extreme metal, as we usually do. And the first subcategory we cover is black metal. But we couldn't find anything this month that we were sussed up enough about to champion. So we're going to switch over to thrash metal now, where we've got 2 albums to talk about. First is a quick shout out to Polish Brute's Crippling Madness for their sophomore full length. I think it's called Ladcy Noci, which will appease early Sepultura fans. Our thrash metal pick of the month, though, goes to Swedish unit MORPHETIK. With their Proclamation of War sophomore release that's out now on the Witch's Brew label. So this is obviously there's some influence from early Slayer here, but the band smartly sidestepped the copyist label here, creating their own brand of hard charging noise that'll have hardcore thrashers hot and bothered. No neck braces included, unfortunately. On to death metal now, where we have 3 albums to talk about, 2 of which are shout-outs. So fans of Swedish death metal should check out Fumes of Funeral Pyres by Finnish unit Tramalizer. It's the band's debut release. And another fine death metal outing you can look into, really tough one, is Cadaveric Retribution by Hungary-based Horde Coffinborn. This one came pretty damn close to being a highlighted record, actually. So our death metal pick of the month goes to Ultimate Abomination, the 5th full length from Netherlands-based BODYFARM. So this is unquestionably an album for the fans of old school death metal. It's fast-paced, gut-pummeling drumming, guttural vocals, and wild-ass lead guitar forays. So this one is for fans of Jungerot, God Dethroned, and Hail of Bullets. Onto doom metal, and 2023 hasn't been a great year so far for doom metal, in my opinion, and it continued to be pretty damn light in February. We do have one album that we're going to champion for you here, and it's Bound by Gravity by Israel's Warp. So what you get here is some psych stoner that isn't afraid to rock out hard at times while simply laying on a groove through most of its length. Some fine lead guitar work here as well. Good stuff. February was definitely owned by hardcore punk. We got 4 highlight records to talk about. I could have talked about a host of others as shout outs as well, but to keep it succinct, we're keeping to the 4 highlighted records. The first of which is Don't Test the Pest by UK's Pest Control, the band's debut full length. So if you're into hard 80s crossover thrash, yeah, you're going to have to look into this one for sure. It's a little bit of DRI here, a little bit of crumb suckers there. This will have you up and raging in no time. Kick-ass stuff. Our next highlighted hardcore punk album of the month is Metal Punk for Satan, the new EP from Peruvian unit Satan's Elixir. And yep, as you can tell by the album title, it's a metal punk outing. And to be specific, it's a black metal punk release. Dirty and grimy in every sense of the word. Wait until you hear the lascivious vocals here.
Malditos bastardos de Dios, castigo y racismo de Dios. Solo la muerte será, en el infierno arderá. Todos cristianos, bastardos son. Todos los cristianos, bastardos son.
If you're looking for something a little bit more traditional in hardcore punk, I'll direct you to Mareritt, I think, by Norway's DODSDOMT. So in this case, we have some old school hardcore punk with a pinch of metal riffing every once in a while. And it has one of those great sock and mouth vocal performances that I always love. Our fourth and final hardcore punk album of the month of February is likely my fave album of the month overall. It's World of Doom, the sophomore full length from Germany's CORPSEATER. So simply put, this is one of the best grindcore albums I've heard in years. Specifically, it's in the deathgrind realm, but whatever. After 24 minutes of this unstoppable riffage, you'll just be left with your jaw dropping on the ground for this one. End of the World heavy.
This time
On to hard and heavy now, and that's basically where we cover everything else that's heavy that doesn't fit on our first three categories, but mostly we're talking trad metal, speed metal, hard rock, rock and roll, that sort of thing. And similar to the genres like doom and black metal, is very light this month, but we found one release that we can champion, albeit it's a two-sided single by Peru's HYENA. So side A track, Metal Machine, harkens back to the wonderful days of the new wave of British heavy metal, complete with team backing vocals, and the main riff will remind you of early Saxon for sure. But personally, I prefer the side B track, Hail the Fire, a high octane banger that screams for you to get down to your local pub and support your local bands. So there you have it, the Mighty Decibel's fave albums for February 2023. If there's anything you think we missed, put it down in the comments below so that everybody can check them out. So remember to check out every Monday for our new release Mondays. Tuesdays we have our In 40 Minutes curated playlists. Wednesdays we usually have written album or concert reviews. Thursdays we have our best of top 10s, that sort of thing. You know where to go. www.themightydecibel.com. Have a great one, eh? Bye.